Town between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. Fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Broncos.
Hooker to throw right away. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Bears defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Go, Reed, go.
They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right there, we can do it. Let's go.
Little
now.
trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing. Hooker. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check, Bobcat.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's 3rd and 9. Hooker's going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got it at the 15. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A big play there for Detroit. 66 yards.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, 3rd down. All you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Ready.
Here's Hooker. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hooker now off play action. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Fields now to throw. Flushed out right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And a short gain here down to the 22. And a tackle there by Elijah Hicks. The Lions at 7-2 here on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here, CD. Winners of 7 of their last 9.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
In motion, the tight end.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Pushes him aside at the 10. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Quick throw by Hooker, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Cullen plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On first down, Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hooker. That pass caught. It's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On first down, it's Fields. They set up the screen for Dobbins. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Fields going to change things up here. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, Ken. West side, zip. Go.
Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his left. A full left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey,
Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Dobbins is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Let's go.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Check smash.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
At the 46-yard line.
Come on, come on.
2nd down and 8.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Go.
Another run for Gibbs here. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Get up. Ready, Ryan. Ready, ready.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 2nd and 8.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Ready.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
A 35-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Play action. It's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Fields on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No jump, ready?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run with Dobbins. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? Check, hurt.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Let's
A
go
good
now.
action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a 4th down situation. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
You got a mini base. Why not? Yep. Nice.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here we go.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Let's go Alpha right here. Tonight.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
And the Bears first down.
Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
You got a tonight.
One play action, Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Easy,
Now
easy,
Fields going to move him around.
easy.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now they'll change things up. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. Sliding out of the pocket. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Dobbins trying the left side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle for a loss goes to Kirby Joseph, making a great play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's first and goal.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. Touchdown Bears! DJ Moore from a yard out. And the Bears put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. This is 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Escapes the defender. Oh, he sheds himself free. Still on his feet. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 54 yards. And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. Able to find Kmet. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. Dobbins with it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
EQ.
All eyes on Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Press. Bunch right. Press. Bunch right. Say hi.
Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Oh, the option left is Fields. And he'll avoid the tackle there over the slide. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he'll be out right at the 35.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They snap it to Fields. And they hit him as as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure